Hey everybody, we are in day 249 on our Bible reading plan, Ecclesiastes 5 through 8 and Psalm 36. And great section of Psalms. I love the Psalms, but also love Ecclesiastes. And he's continuing Solomon to write about what life would look like really from an earthly perspective. He uses the term under the sun a lot, which is sort of what this life is here without a divine perspective. And that's the problem with humanistic thinking, is when you take God out, it's very futile and meaningless. And so we see, sort of this despair that comes through until he tunes into God. And there's glimmers of that in today's reading. I always like to give you the big idea to frame a little bit where we're going. So today's big idea that sort of overarches the reading is that looking to the future with worry or to the past with regret is unwise, but enjoying each day as a gift from God is wisdom. One thread that comes through today's reading that I really like is summarized in these words in chapter 5, the last verse, which is, for he will not much remember the days of his life, because listen, God keeps him, here they are, 3 words, occupied with joy in his heart. And so what is it that occupies your time, your joy? I mean, so, and the futility that Solomon is pointing out to is that money, certainly reading in chapter 5 leading up to that verse, is that if you love money, if you're chasing money, there's no joy. It's empty. You're going to leave it. It's not coming with you. And he's right. It's so empty. And so that's one aspect. Of course, he also drank and pleasure and all the things, that he went after, and it also didn't bring him joy. And so think about that today. What occupies your joy? And is it the Lord? And so when you are finding all of your joy and delight in the Lord, this is where you have fullness of your heart. And so I love reading a little bit further in chapter 6. Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the spirit. And so chasing after the wind is the wandering of the appetite, not the spirit, of the appetite. And so what is it you're hungry for? What is your appetite in life for? Is it for more stuff? Is it for a deeper relationships with humans, which in and of itself is not bad, but it will not supersede your relationship with the Lord? Is it for money? And is it for fame? Is it for those things that are fleeting? And so a lot of times we spend a lot of time talking, and we're again moving into, for the end of chapter 6, the more words, the more vanity. And then moving into chapter 7, he kind of brings up this idea of don't say a lot of things that you're going to regret. Like chapter 7, verse 10, say not, why were the former days better than these? For it is not from wisdom that you ask this. Don't look to the past with regret. Today is what you have. He says, in the day of prosperity, be joyful. And in the day of adversity, consider. God has made the one as well as the other. This is the sovereignty of God. Everything is under his control. Learn from whatever situation you're in. Rejoice in the Lord in it. Take joy, delight in the things that bring joy. Occupy yourself with joy. Do not take to heart all the things that people say, lest you hear your servant cursing you. I love that verse. Just watch those Amazon reviews if you're in the public sector, the comments on your social media. It doesn't matter what people say. Keep your eyes fixed on the king. And so the word of the king is supreme. Chapter 8, he moves into this idea of the supremacy of God. And then he ends with some words of wisdom in chapter 8, verse 12. Though a sinner does evil 100 times and prolongs his life, yet I know that it will be well with those who fear God. And we're going to see this come through as we make our way through this book, that Solomon does understand that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. He wrote it in the Proverbs, and he alludes to it here. And that is the only thing that will bring him joy. So I commend joy, he says, and I commend joy to you today. Whatever you do, find joy in the gift that God has given you to be alive and to breathe this air that he's given us. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.